And just like that, a habit was formed and neuroplasticity was achieved. How's everyone doing? We're here live again. It's good to see everyone. So today, nice to see you all. Today, I see the Schumann Resonance and I see a blackout and I say, oh, time to make a video. I wasn't sure if I was going to do another one today since I did 2 yesterday. So I was getting ready to go to the gym. I walk outside, right? Back in the gym. They can't hold me down any longer, right? So I'm outside and I'm like, it's so cold out today. I don't want to go out to the front line. I'll just go home and be warm and be live with all of you. How's everyone doing? Feel a little bit better than yesterday? Of course, I enjoy it as well. So today I'm going to discuss the current Schumann resonance, and it's a little different right now. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you. So we're experiencing something. It's 2020, so we're going to be experiencing some different occurrences, but we're experiencing something different. And we're going to break this down and analyze it and reflecting on it using the 5D Earth timeline split. So this will be a little bit different. So I'm going to start, and I'm not ignoring any of the beautiful comments in the chat, but those that have been on the journey with me for a while know I like to get in the zone. So I'm just going to stay focused, and then we'll come back and have a little fun today. How does that all sound? Okay. So a lot of new people have joined since I took the leap of faith going live. And I don't know. What do you think? Should I introduce myself from the fifth dimension before we begin? Thank you, Danielle. Allison, thank you. I appreciate you. Yvonne, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, why not? Let's get this started from the fifth dimension. So I appreciate everyone that has joined, and especially since last night, since I took the leap of faith. But let's get the party started. Hello, everyone. I am Michael, and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Today, we're going to focus on the Schumann resonance. And right now, we're experiencing an anomaly. So there are 2 receivers that are reading the Schumann resonance. And right now, one is reading a blackout, and the other one is reading high activity, which peaked at power 70. So some of you might be new to this. So we want to just go over a little bit about the Schumann resonance. So there is a cavity that is formed on Earth, and the cavity is formed from the surface of the Earth up into the ionosphere. So the ionosphere is a layer of the atmosphere that has electrically charged particles, and there is a vertical current flow of electromagnetic waves that exist in the cavity. Now, they're not powerful or observable all of the time, but sometimes solar or galactic activity will make the Schumann resonance spike. Spikes in the Schumann resonance that are greater than power 40 are connected to the shifts of human consciousness. So the Schumann resonance is connected to brainwave activity. We're going to dive a little bit deeper now. So this can go both ways. Nikola Tesla said that we are the receiver and we are the broadcaster. So when we see spikes in the Schumann resonance or blackouts and glitches, they can affect human consciousness, or the collective can affect the Schumann resonance. Since in this electric universe, Nikola Tesla, we are both the broadcaster and the receiver. So the Schumann resonance is connected to human consciousness, and human brain waves will be affected by these spikes. So what do we see today? There's two stations and there are two experiences. So like we just said, solar activity and galactic activity can affect the Schumann resonance. So now we have two stations, right? Two stations that are reading the Schumann resonance. One station blacked out and the other station is still on, and it's reading powerful activity, and the peak of the spike hit power 70. So this energetic blast that we just experienced, right? It's the same energy, but we have two stations, and these two stations had two different occurrences, right? I told you a long time, perception becomes reality. So energy is causing change. Energy is the ability to cause change, and we can detect energy's presence by noticing the change. So we notice a change right now, and energy caused the change. But now, as we are going through this great shift, this great change, the global reset, the event, whatever you'd like to call it, we're seeing two realities right now. So picture you're at the station and the energy caused the blackout. That's your reality right now. And then picture you're at the other station and you see so much power and activity, right? We had power 70. So I'm using this as an example of what's happening on the earth. So some people, this concept might be new. Some people might say, a Schumann what? Huh? Right? We're here to rethink our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And the Schumann resonance is very important to what's happening on the planet right now. So when we stand back and we analyze the Schumann resonance, and we know that energy is the ability to cause change, and we see this change, we have detected this change, and now we see a blackout at one station, which doesn't really happen, the other station is still going. And we see the power 70, which affects human consciousness. But there's a bigger picture here during this moment in time. And it's representative of perception. The 5D Earth timeline split. So just like a receiver, you are tuned into a reality. If you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. What is the frequency that you are tuned into? Right, light warriors? So some people might be in the blackout, right? Blackout, no data. They don't know what's going on. And then if you're at the other station, you see all the power. You see all the change going on. And that's happening right now with power 70. The Schumann resonance update is a little bit different. Not only just because I'm live, kid, right? It's beyond that. So we have two different experiences going on right now. Two stations, two different results, and anomaly. We like anomalies, right? So this powerful blast knocked out one station while the other station is taking in the power, and it continues to keep moving forward. That's what's happening right now. So all of these energies affect our body. We just talked about ascension symptoms. So these galactic energies, these solar energies, solar flashes, solar flares, not the solar flash yet, right? They all affect our body. As humans, we see invisible lights. However, the visible light spectrum is only a small fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. So all of these lights and sounds, they affect our body. And that's why we might be experiencing ascension symptoms. My tum-tum still hurts, Light Warriors. It's okay. I'm still here, right? I'm pushing through because the will beats the skill, kid. So I'm still here, right? But you might be experiencing these ascension symptoms. And the ascension symptoms that you're experiencing will be specific to you. Because, Light Warriors, all of this energy, this electromagnetic energy is connected to your DNA. Oh, you didn't know you were lied about your DNA your whole life, Light Warriors? That's why I'm here. We're unlearning and relearning. You don't have junk DNA, Light Warriors. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. So when we experience these energies that are measured in the Schumann resonance, they affect the planet, they could affect technology, they could affect our DNA, our physical body, our cells, and you better believe it, they can affect our everyday lives. So that, Light Warriors, is how you become the teacher of the 5D Earth. How was that? Not bad, right? That's how I do it, right off the cuff. But you all get to experience it live. So Dolores Cannon spoke about, oh, you better believe I speak the truth. Not many people can do it. Dolores Cannon spoke about this time period. And she said that people, the physical body, can't handle all of this energy. And it's connected to human consciousness. So a lot of what's going on is changing us, right? I opened up this world famous video, right? Because it's going to be world famous now, kid. With neuroplasticity, right? I'm creating a habit. I'm creating new pathways in my brain because now I go live 2 days in a row. I'm creating a new habit. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And the mind, right? Spiritual, emotional, and physical is all connected. So sometimes we hear Schumann resonance, and some people might say, oh, Schumann resonance, right? But we keep moving forward with this information because it's important, and this is the service to all of you. And earlier on my journey, when I started this mission, and I remember I told this story once before. Some of you haven't heard it. I saw the timestamp of my Schumann resonance video, and it was 4 minutes and 56 seconds. And I saw 4, 5, 6, and I saw exponential growth. And that's why over the last couple of years, I've been really hammering the Schumann resonance because it affects all of us. And a lot of these things we're not aware of because it's not physical, right? Everything we think it's got to be physical, right? But there are energies that affect our body, and the Schumann resonance will affect our body. And that's why it's important to understand the Schumann resonance and DNA activation and human consciousness. Shelly, thank you very much. I was in the zone. I wasn't being rude to all of you. I just want to say thank you. Graham, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Allison, thank you. Michelle, angel eyes, angel eyes. So I will say this is a lot easier than being out in the cold. You guys know when I go out in the cold and I show you the will beats the skill. But in this case, it's exposing myself, right? I'm live right now. Uh-oh, might fumble. That's an important lesson to learn, right? So going live and doing this experience is important. I appreciate all that. I'm going with the flow, right? I'm flowing like the water right now. And but you know, this is yes and no, Taylor, because I'm actually quite indestructible. But that's a story for another day. But yes, Taylor, thank you. You know, it's a lot of the things that I talk about, neuroplasticity, epigenetics, you know, we've really been lied to, and science, the authentic science, was hidden from the mass population. And that's why this is important, right? All the work that Tesla left behind, you know, it was hidden from the public. And, you know, we don't realize, but electricity is all around us. And that's why, you know, Tesla had the amplifying antenna. And this could have been built in all cities, and all of our people could have had free energy. But, you know, how things work, nothing that the controllers of the narrative want you to have for free. So that's why Tesla was kind of shoved aside. You don't see Tesla in books. Sometimes I talk about Nikola Tesla, and some people don't even know much about him. I am that I am. But, you know, these are the breadcrumbs that were left for us. And all of these things work, right? And I spoke about this in my first video with the 5 to 8 hertz frequency, the miracle tone. And I've shared that with you many times. It's very important. And, you know, some people might be new to this message. Some people might be new to me. You know, I know I'm a little different, maybe a little rough around the edges, but I am authentic. And in order to take in a new concept, it's very hard because we have built up subconscious programs in our brain since we were children. And this was passed on from generation to generation. It's nobody's fault. How would you ever know if this was passed down to you and that's all you had? So we have a box of limiting beliefs that we're held in. So it's really important to have firsthand experience. And for me, on my journey, it happened to be the 5 to 8 hertz frequency, the miracle tone. And that's why I'm here today. So I did my own research. I researched Nikola Tesla. I researched frequencies. And then, Light Warriors, I actually applied it to my everyday life. And I actually slept with 5 to 8 hertz frequency on. And I started seeing changes in my energy levels, and I wasn't fatigued and tired all the time. So you're hearing a lot of these things, and, you know, because of subconscious programs, we might brush it to the side. But you might need the firsthand experience. And when you have firsthand experience, everything changes. I'm a common man, a common person, just like all of you. And that's why this is different. So I'm teaching you how this can be done or used or applied to everyday life. And on my journey, I wanted to have firsthand experience. And that's becoming a 5D sovereign being. You are the controller of your reality, and use discernment and question everything, because questioning everything, Light Warrior, is your birthright. I kind of slipped into the 5D for a second there. That's okay. But yeah, we're supposed to ask questions, and questions are how we got to where we are today. Because scientists asked questions. And when you ask questions and you figure things out on your own, then you unlock the keys to the universe. I always say the truth cannot be told. It could only be realized. So we just talked about the Schumann resonance. This is an energy, and it exists in the Earth's cavity. And there are electrically charged particles up over our head. It's known as the ionosphere. And some people might not be aware of this, but it does exist up there. And that, I know everything is digital nowadays, but years ago, they used to broadcast radio and television from antennas from the ionosphere. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do got this, right? Yeah. You need to move forward, guys. You know, some people might doubt you. Some people might ridicule, mock you for doing something different. And on my journey, you know, when I started this all, you know, you might get a little like, what's the fifth dimension? Right? But when you are a 5D being, it doesn't bother you. So there's always something that's going to try to stop you. But we know nothing will stop. It's funny, right? I'm pretty funny, right? You don't really get that when I go out to the front line, but, you know, I guess we get a little bit, you know, of that now because we're going into overtime, right? Well, maybe when I do the lives, we'll do the live, we'll do the lesson, Light Warriors. I get the lesson done, and then we go into overtime, which we're in right now. Okay, so yeah, you need to push through the ridicule. You're improving your everyday life. You're here to do different things. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to be a pioneer, right? So, and again, I know a lot of people, you know, speak about the Schumann resonance. A lot of people speak about the things that I speak about, but the overall concept is to apply these things to your everyday life. Because I could have watched that video of Nikola Tesla, The Secrets of Vibration and Frequency, and then I just went to bed and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Right? Wake up, kid! People need to wake up, right? So I didn't just go to bed after that. And, you know, you want to apply these things, learn certain things, and don't just brush them on this. That was good, right? You know, learn things. We're learning about the Schumann resonance. Don't just brush it to the side. You know, start to apply things and take it in. You know, there's a lot of fear right now, a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety. What is anxiety? Is fear of the future, right? So a lot of people don't know what's going on right now. And yeah, I wake them up, right? Just reading the chat. You know, the fear goes away. And I talked about this about a week ago in another world famous video. You're not dying, you're experiencing ascension symptoms. And if we don't know what's going on, it could be a scary time. Yes, Rita. The Schumann resonance spikes are connected to earthquakes and volcanism. So yes, when I know, was it Yvonne that said it? Yvonne, did you have an earthquake? You know, sometimes we experience earthquakes because all of this electromagnetic energy is going to affect us. So we're starting to think differently, and you know it, kid. We're starting to think differently, and when we take in all of this knowledge, we know that we see invisible light. I'm a human, right? You're a human, or at least having a human experience. And we came in here and we have to play by the rules of this realm. But that's a story for a different time. But anyway, we're all human, and we see invisible light. And I got to see it to believe it. I got to see it to believe it. And if I don't see it, it's not there. But the electromagnetic spectrum is far beyond the visible light spectrum. So this energy comes in. This energy could come in from the sun. We know about solar flares. This energy could come from the galaxy. It could come out from the center of our galaxy. And this energy will affect us. So it's important that we know this stuff. So then you could manage yourself. You always want to manage yourself. So we have a spike in the Schumann resonance. You might be experiencing ascension symptoms. Some of you might be new to this. That's why I'm here. You need to manage yourself. Get out in nature. Ground yourself to the planet. Okay? That's not just a spiritual phrase. See, you have negative ions from the planet that will course through your body. Right? So sometimes we have a buildup of positive ions. You are an electric being. You didn't know you have electricity inside you, light warriors. Some people say, we have electricity. Nerves, kid, nerves, right? So the electricity has to flow freely. Some people suffer from nature's deficit disorder, and they're not out in nature. So you want to get out in nature. You want to allow the negative ions of the planet to course through you, to course through your DNA. You want to get out in the sunlight. You want to be mindful of the water. A long time ago, it wasn't so world famous, but a long time ago, I talked about water, right? So water, you want to make sure that you're having alkaline water that doesn't have things that are dissolved in it. You're going to drink the water. You have pollutants and toxins in your body. So within the empty space of the water, right? If it's clean and alkaline, there should be empty space in the water. So now the water flows through you like a magnet, electromagnetism. It's going to pull out all the toxins, and then you dump it out in the toilet bowl, right? So it's everyday life, right? So these are the things you have to do to manage these ascension symptoms. You want to eat the proper foods that resonate with you during these spikes of energy, during these spikes of electromagnetic energy that affect you. So there are different, and everyone's different. Okay. Actually, a light warrior wrote a comment to me on the last video. You have to eat what resonates with you during that time. You know, so if your stomach feels off or you feel tired, or you have to listen to yourself, and you could only listen to yourself. Don't even listen to me or anyone else. You are the one that's in control. I'm just going, I don't want to be rude. Jeremy, thank you. I appreciate that very much. This is my honor. So, you know, I'm just reading the chat, and you're feeding me. Bring it, kid, bring it. Mass meditation. You know, when a lot of people are focusing, you know, this is the electric universe. They're focusing a thought, right? So in the quantum field, you are broadcasting a signal in the quantum field. If you have 10 people broadcasting a signal, if you have 1,000 people broadcasting a signal, if you have 1 million people broadcasting a signal into the quantum field, it could actually affect reality. So that's the science of mass meditation. It's pretty good, right? So yes, Pamela, one day I'm going to go out to the front line, and I'm going to discuss heavy metals in the body. Heavy metals should not be in the body. And, you know, we talked about calcification of the pineal gland and other things like dementia. And I will discuss that soon. Yeah, but, you know, I did the video on cilantro. We're in triple overtime. Keep it coming. If you're still watching it and this is not live, you're getting a lot of information today. I just keep going. Keeps going. I did a video on cilantro, and cilantro has properties that will help remove the heavy metals from the body. So there should not be heavy metals in your body. So doing that can help remove that. Allison, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if we're mass yet, Allison. I mean, we will be 100,000 soon. I definitely have faith in that. But maybe that's something that like I told you guys, like everyone has their own role. I don't know like what's the best way of doing something like that. So, but find something that resonates, or we could all find something that resonates with us. Authenticity seeker. Cheer, boy. I love you so much too. That's the key. Authenticity. A lot of people can't do that, right? Whatever you want to call this, there might be a lot of people in the spiritual community, and they want to, pontificate and share certain things. We're going into quadruple overtime now. But a lot of these people, when they pontificate, right, they show double standards, and they're not being real. So you always are to be real all the time. Also, a quick question, because I see cilantro is going. I keep getting people that tell me that cilantro tastes like soap. I've gotten this comment many times. I personally love cilantro. I make a world famous hummus. You all saw that video. I have a couple of food videos too. If you're new to the channel and you go on the channel page, you could see all those videos there. Yeah, Janet, I'm pretty funny, right? I do stand up on the weekend. But yeah, I don't know why a lot of people say that. I like to be well-rounded, right? My Nana, my grandmother, my Nana, she taught me as a boy, there's a time for this and a time for that. And that's what authenticity is. And that's why if you, many of you are watching my videos for the 2 years, and some people are new to this now, I bring a different energy because there's a time for this and a time for that. So even during this live stream, we're live. During this live stream, you could see there's different topics, there's different energies, and we need to be, that's what authentic is. So we don't need to be happy all the time. We don't have to be sweet all the time. We could be funny. We could be serious, right? We do everything here. It's all inclusive. And as I told you all, this is going to become the greatest reality show ever. Some of you know about that. Some of you have seen my run-ins with Galactic Federation, but that's a story for a different time. Esther, thank you. Esther, that was my Nana's name. So every time I appreciate you when you send chats, and when I see your name, I always reflect on my Nana. So yeah, we're still here. If you're not watching on the live feed, I appreciate you staying this long. So this is, I started off by saying I'm starting a new habit. I practice what I preach. If I'm sharing something, if I'm teaching something, I'm going to do the same thing that I'm actually preaching about. So a lot of people preach things, they say things, but they don't actually do it. So anyway, I am starting a new habit. And so I think whenever I do go live, I'll do what I want to cover, and then I allow the energy to flow through the people. Right? So you guys will build the second half of the show. I think it's more than half right now. You guys are, but I appreciate all of you. If you're having rough symptoms, a lot of a lot of people are experiencing these symptoms. So hang in there. And some of you know who I am, and I know how this story ends. And there's nothing to fear. Is false evidence appearing real? Evolution occurs under great pressure, and that's what everything is under right now. We're under great pressure. So everything's going to work out. And I feel, Allison, we have reached critical mass. And I said that a long time ago out on the beach on the front line. So I appreciate all of you. If you're new to this and you just stumbled across this message, thank you for stumbling across this message. I appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and be part of our family, because that's what we are. And, I have a lot to say coming up. And I was given big responsibilities, and I'm going to get the job done. The will beats the skill. I mean, look at us right now. I'm one man, common man, and look at where we are. And we're going to keep going. And I'm grateful for all of you. So if you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because if we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And I'm able to do that so easily because I worked on my neuroplasticity and I built pathways in my brain, and I keep growing and getting more and more powerful every day. And so it is. Remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the Schumann resonance. Use it to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. That's pretty good, right? You like it live? I appreciate all of you. It's my honor to do this. Thank you all. I appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. I still have one in the queue, so we'll see what happens if I go live again or if I post that one. I hope this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. Thank you.